Good morning, everyone. Now we will see the next program, that is developing MVC architecture. We know that MVC architecture means model view controller architecture, which will be used for web application to separate all the concerns like view, controlling, business logic we are going to separate, UI we are going to separate, and when we are trying to connect all the routes, all the pages we are going to separate. Okay, separating the concerns, making the development and maintenance of the application more organized and scalable. Here, when we say model, here, model consists of which will be dealing with data and business logic of the application. View represents the user interface, where we are going to create a user interface and what the user sees. Okay, and controller acts as an intermediary between the model and view, handling user requests and rendering the appropriate response. For this only, we are making use of the express, where it will be helping you to connect with the model. And for this, our first step is set up the project, create a new directory as mentioned in the PDF. Create a new directory. Here I have created a directory uh, by name Express MVC. Okay, Express hyphen MVC. This you can do it in the terminal and create a new directory for your project. Okay, and go to the project path. See, here is a my directory. Okay, this is one more. Okay, choose the right path, go to the terminal, create your directory, go to the terminal, and there open it in the VS code and type in npm init -y and try to install express using npm install express. Install other dependencies what we need, like ejs here we are using. Okay, so I am trying to install ejs. Okay, npm install ejs. After installing, here you can find, you can see in package.json. Once you do npm init -y, here you can view under dependencies what are all been installed. Okay, you can see package.json. When we have done npm init -y, you will see an package.json file in your directory. Open it and see. And later when you are installing express and when you are installing ejs, you can find it in package.json. Under dependencies, you can see what are all been installed with their versions. Okay, so this is how we have done it. And now creating a directory structure. Here, see our structure. MVC architecture organizes your code into three main components, that is model, view, and controller. Okay. Our program directory structure is like this. Our directory is express-MVC. Under this, you need to find node modules, public. Okay. Under public, you are having CSS. Under CSS, you are having style.css file. Okay. This is the structure, document structure of our program. Okay, so if you see, node modules is one folder, public is one folder. Under public we are having css and style.css. Views is one more folder. Under views we are writing index.ejs. Okay, UI, this is the UI. Next is controller, where we are going to write the business logic. Controllers, here we are having under controller folder, you are creating one file called user controller.js. Next is models folder. Under models folder, we are having a file user model.js. Routes, here are the routes. View user routes.js. App.js is our main file. Okay, and package.json you will be seeing. Okay, when we are saying public, here public we have written no? Public. Under public we are having style sheets and all. So this is static files like css and images, whatever we are making use in our program, that we are going to put it in public folder. Next, views folder will be consisting of UI files, that whether it is HTML file or EJS files, those files you are going to put it in views file. Controllers for handling the business logic and interaction with the models. we are going to put the controller under controller folder. We are going to write those files, and models are handling the data, that is database interactions, and routes for managing the applications routes and mapping them to controller actions. Okay, here are the folders. And now, step by step, you follow. Create the MVC components, that is model. First, we will see model, user model.js. Here, the model handles the application data logic. Okay, here is the program that I gave. Okay, see a dummy data in the model which interacts with the database. Okay, so here we have given a dummy database which names users, and under users I have given two records, that is with id 1 name and email id, id 2 name and email id I gave, and function to get all the users we are using here. Okay, which will be returning all the users that are there. Function to find the user by id also it is there. Okay, by id also we can give. Okay, which will be helping you to find the user using the id. Okay, and this has to be exported. Okay, what all to be exported? Get all users, find user by id, this has to be exported. Next is view we are going to create. View is an ui component, so that is in index.js here, embedded javascript I am using. Okay, the view displays data to the user, and it could be having a template like a rendering html page. Okay, here is an um, program, html program that I have written. Okay, and I have saved it as user list. It will be showing the user list. Okay, when we have uh, finding according to the id, or when we are trying to get user route, then it will be showing all this. uh, so in the body it will be showing the users, and the controller which will be interacting with the model to get the data and renders the appropriate view. Okay, controller program it will be taking. See here we have written control user model. First, what we require, model we have to, it has to interact with the model, no, that's why we are importing. Okay, user model function show all users. This request has been sent. When the user requests to view all the users, the request will be gone to the model, and it will fetch the users by get all users function. Okay, and it renders to the users route. Okay, and this has to be exported. What is that? Show all users has to be exported. And next is routes what we are creating, user routes. Okay, this routes map incoming http request to the corresponding controller actions. Okay, here is our so if you see here we need express. Okay, so express we have taken, and control user controller dot show all users. This again it has to be exported to the router. Okay, next is setting up the express application, that is app.js, which is a main program which will be connecting all these things to and starts the server, loads the routes and starts the servers. Okay, the port number what I gave, this we know, no, installing initiating express, giving the port number. Then app dot set view engine, that is ejs, app dot use express dot static public. Okay, public from the public directory, it has to take the styling sheets and all. Next, user routes require where is the route, that path we need to give relative path. Next is app dot use user routes slash, if you say slash, it will be showing you the user routes. Next, the port has to be listened, the server has to listen the port at the port number that we have mentioned. Next is running the application. This is our program and the structure I have shown you how the document should be. And run the server using node space app.js. Next, test the application using this, that is go to the localhost 3000 once your server has started, and check for users. Okay, it will be, you should see a list of users that has been rendered from index.ejs view. Okay, and this is css styling part what we have given, styling thing. Okay, our full project structure is like this. Under express.mbc, here we are having 1 2 3 4 5 6 folders. Inside one folder we have six, right? Six folders we are able to see. Node modules is one folder, which will be when you are saying npm start or in node app.js, you will be finding node modules. Public, under public we are giving style sheet. Views we have written index.ejs. Controller we have written controller program, user controller.js. Models user model.js. Routes we have written user routes.js, and our main program app.js package.js. And let's see how it is working. Okay, here is the program. Okay, so if you see whatever structure I have told you, you are able to view that here. Okay, so 1 2 3 4 5 6 folders we have under express MVC folder. Okay, so once we are saying npm init hyphen y, you will be seeing package.json. Once you run your program, start your program, you will be finding node modules and package log.json. Okay, these are the programs that we have written under controller folder. Okay, so how are we going to create a folder? Just check in and click over here. You can create a folder. Okay, name it. So like that we have done. Under controller we are having user controller.js. Under models we are having user model.js. Under public we are having style sheet. Under routes we are having user routes.js. Okay, and views we are having index.ejs. Okay, these are all well connected with our app.js. Okay, so here I'm trying to run the server. See, already I have started my server. So it is showing server is running at localhost 3000. Okay, when you say node app.js, it should show server is running at http colon slash slash localhost colon 3000. Where did we give? In app.js we have given port number and we are listening at 3000. Okay, this is where it is going and showing us this one. Okay, so our server is started. So what we need to do now, go to the browser, go to 3000. Okay, go to 3000 and press enter. Now what we need to see, users. Okay, when you, so here is the user list it is showing. Okay, this is the output of our program. Okay, how we have connected using MVC architecture we have connected. Okay, keep learning. Thank you all.